Hello everyone and welcome to RimWorld Alpha 15. Just as I was planning on doing a modded version for Alpha 14, Tynan, or as I call him Tywin, because I like to screw up his name. Sorry, sorry, mi amiga. Migo? I'm missing on my gender specifics. Yep, all that don't work no more. And you can see some of the ones I was kind of working on, and I was learning some of them. And I was like, I didn't realize, the guy's hard to work, what can I say? And this theme is tutorial to help people learn how to play, which is a great little addition. A lot of people are probably going to go through tutorial. Not really my bag so much, because I like making my own mistakes, and it's more fun to laugh at me that way. But the idea is that that is something that you can do right from the get-go, and run through that. I'm going back to my lovely Settlers of the Rim, okay? This is the one that I really wanted to make work, and I'm going to edit it up a little bit, because I think I'm going to make it have only 3 starting people, because that one made it a little bit different, but it gave us a lot of different sort of stuff. I think I got rid of cryo sleep sickness, so I don't have to worry about it. The main reason is that I wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity. There's a knife. We don't need the pistol if we have a great bow. That's too much. I wanted to make sure that it was something similar to what we started with. But the idea is to have ourselves a thriving sort of colony, if you will. Settlers of the Rim. Sort of thing. And I like the idea of playing challenge. Permadeath, only reason I don't put it on is for the reasons of learning, learning, I keep saying learning because I keep saying learning helper up there. For recording purposes, I don't want to screw up. As usual, the planet, its name is Ziyal. I like to make them ginormous so I have more places to choose from. Generate! Let us generate a map. And we're definitely going to try, because we've done stuff like, we've done arid shrublands, I haven't done desert, I haven't done extreme desert, and I haven't done a boreal forest yet either. I'm curious, tundra, I haven't done tundra either. I think having cows in some of these areas is going to make life a little interesting, but a boreal forest is someplace that we see Fahrenheit isn't too bad, if you will. When it comes to some of these things, my mouse is having conniptions. Some other stuff I was eager to try was maybe being off on the with some water in the area. That's kind of fun too. I haven't done desert. Can't grow it all. You can grow a little bit here, and that's a tundra, so it's not really water. So let's see what we got here. I think Boreal Tundra is the name of the game, because I haven't done that map yet. And Mountainous, Marble and Slate. You get a very random amount to call from. I want it to be spring, so we have the opportunity to not freeze our bullocks off the second that we land, because I didn't set up everything on the setup. So Minkar and Ziyal, and the starting elevation, or whatever latitude longitude, is 19.73 east by 33.33 north. So let's do that. The rainfall isn't a lot, so we're going to be kind of going for some growing indoors, if you will, which is going to be interesting. So okay, we selected this site, advanced, we made sure we weren't there. Now comes the choosing of settlers. Now this is something that I already see one that, you know what, you're in. You're in because at least you'll haul, okay? You can do some other sort of stuff. You're not an artist, you're not a grower, but you're decent, and one of the things I really want is somebody who actually wanted some drugs. So we're going to call this person, I don't know, let's think of somebody from college. Oh, by the way, winners don't do drugs. Remember what Reagan said before every video game back in the day. Except for Olympians. Some Olympians do. I'm not calling out any Americans, Russians, or anything like that, doping, but winners don't do drugs. Unless it's college, and remember the axiom, kids, weed is all I need. Alright? Enough said. Okay. Now that done this here, we'll have to figure out a good name for people. I'm gonna call you 123. Yeah, how about 1 of 3? I like that. Because 1 of 3, because there's we'll kind of do it this 1 of 3. Yeah, there we go. Do a little bit more of this because somebody who has been helping not F. Somebody who's been leaving some very helpful comments. I checked all of Fluffy's mods, by the way. 123 day honorous day, something like that. Oh, I love this name, but Heat Lover is not going to go for us in a colder sort of area, so we're going to hit the randomize button a few times. We're going to try not to go too hard on this. We have to remember, what do we have and what do we do not have? We have no art, we got no growing, we got no cooking. We do have research, even though it's not that great, and she can fight. And I also want to make sure I get people at least can fight. Neurotic is tough, hard worker, man. She's going to be pretty baller in that regard. She can cook. Done. All right. Welcome. Oh, Diva. Diva's kind of a fun name. I have to, in honor of some of the people who came by before, I believe we're going to have to name Kelly with an I. Bundle way of going. Okay, but I don't know if Gray's actually sticking around here. So what are we missing? We have very little in the way of social skills, and we have crafting. Medicine is also kind of if. So what we're hopefully going to be looking for is a social medicine person. Maybe animals would be nice. This person isn't terrible, but incapable of dumb labor that gets old really quickly. And such. Some people won't cut down trees, all that stuff. Zug zug. Yeah, you got too many problems, bro. But this person's kind of great in that sense. But look at this. They're a couple skill labor hauling. Look at like all the things they're not good at, but they can shoot and they can talk and they can be a doctor. You know, psychotically sensitive is a bit much. I kind of just wanted to have one chemical interest person in the party, plus neurotic's going to be enough to mental break threshold's going to be pretty high, so we'll keep on hitting the button here. Sometimes I like to cut away when we're doing all this. We have an optimist, greedy, psychotically sensitive melee person for relations, but not really. Animals, okay, just this is where you kind of like close your eyes and just see social and medicine for the most part, because we have a researcher, right? Not a great one. Social and research is kind of the big one. You just kind of like glaze your eyes past and you only look at... Okay, look, we got it. Oh, gosh. See, Green Thumb is one of those things, but it's like you're not really passionate about growing, and we're not really big this. You're also got this kind of going on here, and you're jelly. But you could doctor, you could talk to animals, you can talk to people, and you're not against, you're just not going to be violent. What's our violent quotient right now? Yeah, it was a close one. He was close. He was really close. Chemical interest, jogger. Social. Social, animals, medicine, construction. A little too much negative interest here. Social, growing, research, won't cook, dumb labor. Come on, social. Give me a good social. Social melee, growing. Too smart, brawler, pessimist. Too smart, their mental break threshold goes up quite a bit. We have ourselves a meleeer. We got ourselves a couple of meleeers, actually. Nah, I'm not in love with them. Oh yeah. We gotta go. And also things like nudists are not gonna be tolerated around this here parts. Medicine. We have kind of doctors. So social and doctoring. Cannibal's a bit much. He's always gonna have a debuff because of this. Oh, he's so beautiful. and he's an artist, a beautiful masochist, ineffectual for dumb labor, but he will shoot things okay, and he'll talk to people okay, and he's good at that. I shall name you Who is Too Beautiful for Words. He's a model. I shall call you Zooland. How about just Zoo? Zoo is good for Zoolander. Because look at this. Give me some blue steel right now, isn't he? Okay. So we got ourselves the starting conditions here. And bim, bam, boom. This is definitely a way of starting it out. And see, as long as they are all capable of violence in some way, shape, or form, I'm much happier than if I'm not. Okay, so let's generate the map. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And as always, the first episode for an alpha series, and the reason, and no mods because we're gonna wait till I screw up probably, and such. By my Settlers of the Rim category. Ooh, nice! Always nice starting near a place. Oh, that's right. I started with a bionic eye. I always forget about that. That was my command decision. Czar. I like how all of them have names. It's kind of cool. And we are in spring. We got ourselves a nice starting off area right kind of here. I mean, this water, it's like the deep water they can't pass. You can pass by shallow water, but it slows you down quite a bit. So if we got people coming through here, then you can go nuts because I can just wail on you dumb cells. And we got a lot of things nearby. We've got chemical parts. I'm not really seeing the steel, but see some down there. Compacted machinery. Iron as well. Okay. Oh, and a few bits there. I'm kind of in love already with you. Okay, so let's go through this. And because I'm not doing the whatever, we only have one person will fight fires, that's fine. I will show off everyone needs to be a patient firefighter. Our best doctor is, dear God, but you can doctor if you absolutely have to. Resting in bed, someone's hurt, go to bed. Everyone needs to know how to flick a switch. You gotta know how to flick that beam, yo. Ask your parents. Actually, don't. That's gonna be terrible for you. You're not gonna want to do that. Animal handling. What kind of animal do we get this time? Oh, we always get a hussy. Devastation! That's the name of an animal. That's the name of an animal for darn sure, I'll tell you what. And this is where we kind of go through and we'll do our unforbidding. All the steel in the world. All this in the world. Okay. I believe... That's funny, because you were our stabby person last time. You were our great shooter last time. Zoo is good shot. Have a look at the difference between a survivor rifle. That is 18 with a warm-up of a while. Very good accuracy and range, though. The great bow is 18 with better touch accuracy, but it's not perfect. So we're going to go with this. You shall equip this. And you shall... Oh, sorry. And one of 3, you shall equip the survivor rifle. We're going to unlimit... Oops. Could I just... How about that? There we go. Pack survival meal. I don't know why. Sometimes it's hard to select everything here. The bionic eye. All of the... Darn it. You are disturbing the great Ziyal gaming experience. Alright, unforbid. I don't know what's underneath them. Components. Yeah, we need those right there. Oh, even some jade nearby. That's kind of nice. Okay. So, the number one thing is that we've been blessed by having a opening starting area. So much so that I kind of... And look at these. We got these nice little walls started up here. I'm not, like I said, I'm not too concerned. They could tunnel through defenses kind of around here. Something to keep in mind. Plus, they could be coming from the north when it comes to baddies here. But we kind of limit their options. You really only have to make your perimeter around this area with some ideas around there. But starting off with some of these simple areas, let's get to work in structure. Now, one of the things that I've kind of I want to make a shout out to, what is his name? Sorry if I mess this up. Beneki. He is a Irish contributor for RimWorld, YouTube commenter or let's player just like myself. He himself, I watched your Let's Play, man, for quite a while. I couldn't fall asleep one night, so that's on you, man. That's on you. No, in all seriousness, though, he was able to. I was quite impressed because he was able to. We'll have her sleeping in here. Go like this. Okay, I don't want to build too much. Like I said, we got our sleeping pods here. Or that's animal crafting spot. Excuse me. Deconstruct. And we will have a wall. Furniture. I was very impressed by your tutorial, my friend. My friend, I don't know you, so this is just coming from some poor bloke. You don't even know who I am. But I was very impressed by you. That ends up Blitzkrieger, awesome LPers. Cool 18's also great for RimWorld. Why am I suggesting other places to go for your RimWorld hits? Well, because not always am I going to be able to get out the perfect video in time. And I don't want people to have to suffer without having a bit of having what they want to have. Which is this. Now, how much do I need? I've read that horseshoe pin can just be like whatever, just put it somewhere. It's cheap. One of the things that I wanted to take efforts to do this time around is I wanted to make sure that wherever I was deciding to make my kitchen area was not was going to be attached to the fridge, but not necessarily attached to the main hall, if you will, because that creates a lot of problems. We're just going to start with a fuel stove. Yeah, we'll go like that, because we'll have lots of it here. Also have a crafting spot inside of here, which means that a short table here. I don't like this crafting spot. We'll have to go, but we'll make ourselves a little bit of walls here. And this is actually where I'm going to use the opportunity to go. This is future planning. For future planning, to the idea of a wall in between here for kind of our communal gathering sort of area. And we'll still have to build the fridge and all that sort of stuff. If you want to have a party, you do it in here. And we at least want to see if we can try to get a couple dining chairs built, but we're not going to do it immediately because I want to make sure the first night we're dealing with it's going to get cold. It's outdoors, is only 17 degrees out. If you guys have never, in 17 degrees Fahrenheit that is. Sorry, I'm American and a lot of people watching me are. If you are more of a Celsius kind of person, just let me know in the comments and I will do my best to translate that when I'm talking. Translate it out to what it is. Not that you need any help doing that, just making the offer. Okay, so the work thing, a lot, like I said, a lot of times, your last chance here. Handle animals, you both have a passion for it, should be at 2, that's fine. Cooking is your number 1 priority. Constructing is going to be number 1 for a lot of people. Man, I gotta tell you, Zoo, you were gonna be so effing useless for a while. You'll go hunt and handle things, because until I make that kind of thing go on, yeah, research isn't great either, but at least we have somebody who can do it. But we do have crafting as well, and this number 1 thing will be art. His art's important to it. So maybe I'll be kind of pumping that up before that. We do have some jade in the area, which is kind of nice. Only 1 plant cutter. Ugh. Not my favorite thing. It's a good thing we start with some buildings around here. So Kelly is going to be permanently cutting off things. Zoo will just be hunting whatever the heck he can see, which I shall designate. What's their wildness of these guys? Not the worst chances they'll attack us and such. So we'll kind of just have that kind of go there. Okay. So, and with that in mind, this will eventually be a prisoner kind of area until we can make ourselves a bigger thing going on here. But until we have kind of a temporary thing kind of going on here, so we're just going to have everything here be stockpiles, including animal corpses. So that way they can be slaughtered effectively. Okay, and got to think of places, because we're going to be growing out from here. This is dead space to us practically. Defending up here from people along this line, we probably don't want to have to dig too much. We'll be building through there. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to create a dump pile stocking zone around, we'll just call it here. Yeah, we'll have, like, we'll consider the kitchen another area. And that's where we just want to make sure that in here, because they'll allow everything, but so then we'll just put our other storage as preferred. So that way the animal carcasses will go in here, because we don't have a fridge. But the main problem is that people gonna be freezing unless we get some torches set up to kind of help with that, which we will put one in here, and we shall put one in the bedroom, and we shall start with that. All right, ready, set, grab your weapons. And did you even grab your knife? Yeah, you got a knife. Need warm clothes. Okay, so this is where we usually get somebody. 2 of your colonists. So what are you lacking? You didn't get a jacket. Okay. That's why that crafting spot's going to be important, which I need to remake. And you do have a jacket, but you're just not so crazy about the way the heat is. But in terms of building things, we're going to make sure we go nice and slow at this beginning part. Zoo is just going to be hunting because he's kind of useless otherwise. Okay. Okay, there we go. Construction fail, that's always a pain. Awesome. Funny, they're actually building up here. And also, 1 of 3, I need you to work on these beds pretty much right now. Good job. Nice. Alright. See, I didn't overload them with too much stuff to do, which helps out quite a bit. And it's a wooden butcher table. Also, kudos for making that no longer as hard to do. And we got a roofed area. Okay, that's going to help us with the cold right away. So that's fantastic. We can start working on having a dining chair. Couple dining chairs here. And we'll make 3 for each person. But I feel like we have a better chance of surviving the night now, which is good. And yeah. Is this planning or no? This is actually a wooden wall. That's fine though, because inside there will be a bed. Plus I'll have to watch out to see if there's anybody greedy. Because you kind of forget some of these scenarios when you first start. Crafting spot. Miscellaneous. Sorry. Party spot. Party spot! Solar generator is really not going to be too helpful to us at this point. We do want research, but we'll have to make the next thing. The crafting spot. Well, let's make it indoors. Okay, and we're going to add some bills here. For crafting spot, we can make a smoke leaf joint? What? Okay, well, yeah. Duh. Go nuts. But we're going to need to tailoring and fire is going to be more important to us than it was. Standing lamp, sun lamp, equipment rack, animal sleeping spot already figured out. They all have beds they can sleep in. We don't have to really jump on graves, but production wise, they'll need to be filling this out. So for our main plant cutter, I'm gonna need them to chop wood like you'd ever chop wood. If wood chop could chop wood. There you go. Hauling. You can do some. See, hauling is just not like super necessary right from the start. It's not really in our way. There's a couple things in our way. We can probably speed things up. But production-wise, hand tailoring bench and research thing is going to be very interesting. See, at least we could sleep. I feel like we're going to be able to sleep for the night. Ooh, which reminds me, what I don't normally do. Do I have crafting up to number 1? You guys are both okay with it, but somebody's got to go roll a joint, you know. Because I'm just too damn curious about what that entails. I don't know when they're going to do it. But that bed... Okay, one thing that's fantastic. Please finish up this. Finish up the beds. Oh, is restrictions. We're going to anything them up earlier when the sun is up. Sleep a little later. Normally, I just kind of let anything goes, people. Woo! But I kind of like the idea of making sure that they do have their joy time. Hopefully they'll just use it to wander, and we'll leave it so that work can kind of go like this, and we can just copy pasta. And we'll try that out for a little bit to see how it feels. Another thing I always forget about, the home area. This is another thing that we want to make sure that you want to take that off just because, hey, wherever we landed, they sometimes make the home area look immediately. It looks like I got to them pretty quick though, so that wasn't too much of a problem. But the idea is that it builds around automatically, so you don't really want to have that be the case. I want to also make sure that we expand the roof area to include that when that's done. Fantastic. Please prioritize building roof area. Or need materials. Alright, so we have some people cutting trees. We got dogs doing stuff. Need warm clothes. Torch provides some warmth. So that's good. It's not great. Poor, normal. Alright, so we're getting some good stuff here. Finishing that up. And I just want to get out of there. Sorry, a little too far. This one requires some more wood. So who is our main woodcutter again? The only person who can is Kelly. So get on shopping. But 1 of 3, building a snowman. That's kind of nice. And you won't cut. We'll never do plank cutting because you're a jerk. Is why. It's building a snowman. This actually I showed up. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, sorry. A little bit too excited by that. And they're all playing horseshoes around there. See, they're all socializing. So really, we got a nice little thing going on. We got 2 males to 1 female. They might have a little bit of this going on. We are also in the first of spring, and I believe the growing on the planets. I have to kind of check and see. The world is the 11th of spring. So by the 11th of spring, we're going to want to either have something growing, so hopefully we can get something done before we're no longer able to grow, or already by that point, we're going to want to be working on this. Also, another thing to keep in mind is animals. Now, animal area 1, oops, you can go anywhere you want, my husky friend. Animal area 1, we're just going to call it, I'd like you to hang out nearby. And then we'll worry about that in the future. Okay, so need warm clothes. Yep, of course, that's the case. And they're kind of doing anything, working a little harder. It's funny, she chose a bed by herself. At the moment, I'll have a prisoner. Fine by me. Forbidding doors, so they can't go through them, or animals. Oh yeah, the animals will sleep. We'll get a cow sleeping in there, which is kind of fun. But that's fine. We got a nice little start to things here. While they are sleeping and while I'm thinking about it, we'll do a little bit of pausing. See, now that I feel like we got this going on, I need work to switch around here to... Cooking will be very important, but since you're the only plant cutter and we are very reliant upon wood at the very start of it, I'm going to need you to put that as your #1 priority. They can eat some packaged meals until then. 1 of 3. This main thing is going to be crafting. Did anyone make a smoke leaf joint? I'm still waiting on it. Yeah. Do we need more smoke leaf? I don't know. I haven't really seen it. But, yeah, and I keep doing that again. One of the things that I wanted to make sure was the case was, like I said, making sure that there was a division from where they ate versus this, and our first stockpile is just kind of in there. So we'll make sure our better stockpile, we have enough that we can make ourselves, we need a research bench. That's another thing. That'd be nice to have immediately, but we don't really have the space for it, so we need to make sure we work it out so that furniture, excuse me, structure. Okay, so let's build it off of here. So let's consider that this will be walled off, and this here will be our kitchen. Will be our what do you call it? Our freezer. We'll do that for our freezer. Going on there. And the best way to kind of figure that out now is we'll just take the zone area thing, stockpile, kaboom, boom, boom, and then you just make sure that it's understood that you storage, you want to clear all, and you want to put important, and that's going to be foods. Done deal. Funny enough, some of the stuff that you have to think about is that medicine, I think, does go bad, but it's really more, I don't know if they need to be frozen necessarily, but we're going to put medicine there at the start for how things go. Oh yeah, and corpses. Oops. It's always one of those things you'll forget about real quick. Animal corpses, that is, not human corpses. We're not going to go the cannibal route, unless I feel froggy. So she's going to consume a simple packaged survival meal. Did we actually build chairs there or not? Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate that. I also appreciate cutting down some effing trees, because we need this to be built. And Zoo is wandering, and he'll be probably training a husky eventually. Okay, gotta bring in some supplies. Colonicidal. Yep, I knew this was gonna happen. This is what happens when you get yourself a character who is like this. I wanted to have a little bit of a challenge here. So, I don't really need obedient cows, so training them is kind of pointless, really. They're not that great of fighters. They're cows, for gosh sakes. But what that does mean is that we pretty much need to have hunting targets or taming other animals, but we've got to be careful what we tame. We don't have very much in the way of supplies. That's going to be a good component of steel and chunks. Alright, elk. And hopefully they don't rebound on us too bad. Also, when you get this sort of thing when they're like this, go like that. Draft them and undraft them real quick, and then you are on your way, my friends. Okay, we got lots of stuff going on here. We already decided to kill this one? Yeah, didn't take long. A chunk of spacecraft has fallen and landed nearby. Fantastic. That is nearby. It's very nearby. Okay, since you got the wood here, let's finish what we got going on. Okay, cutting around here. Okay. There we go. Just want to, let's say, want to lay it down. See how it's going. Okay, so at this point, that's a haul away. Build a copy, that's funny. Okay. Building some chairs, that's good. She's going back to playing cutting. That's good. Okay. Oop, I'll select the steel, that's why. 1 to 3. Okay. Well, he's not the best this ever lived when it comes to cutting things. Okay, cool. We got that closed off here. So let's have him 1 of 3. Please continue working on all this. Okay, he's a much better constructor. And boom! So, butcher table. This is the easiest way to go. You want a butcher creature. You know how many times you want to do it? Forever. Add bills. We actually have a fine cook in. We're gonna do until you have, let's say, 12, because there's berries to be picked, and we might just start off simple. Let's just start off simple. We'll add the bill for simple. Just make sure we're set. And we want to do that until we have something like that, and just put it higher in the priority chain. And take it to the best stockpile will be just peachy for me. Cool with that. We're using torches to go and heat up things. Okay, and the thing is that these are fresh, but they're not perfect yet. And even though we're living in a cold place, it doesn't mean we can avoid avoid is the wrong word. Fuel generator, which will be fine for us in terms of, gotta think about expansion. Where might we be expanding from? Well, we're probably not going to be expanding too much further here. And it's kind of in the middle between the two of them. And we need ourselves to get temperature wise. We do need to have a cooler here. Okay, it's not the biggest food supply thing, but we got to make sure we're ready for winter, and we have that going on. Also, I'm just kind of seeing it while they're working, just make sure no colonists go idle. And we're chopping down lots of trees. Elk revenge. Okay, let's watch it. Zoo cares not for your revenge. Zoo is a killing machine. Okay. I gotta stop watching. This morbid fascination of mine of like, yeah, watch it die, is a problem. We're chopping down lots of wood right now, which is fine. Lots of wood, lots of wood. I will say that I want to clear a lot area for animal area. Right? Did I make area 1 that? Expand allowed area for animal area. Let's have it be outside. Perhaps we probably will have to consider building a barn or something like that. But they have lots of things they can eat. But I want them to stay out of my business when it comes to some of this stuff. Okay, we're building that. That's good. Horseshoes are being done. Need warm clothes. Okay. Who is the secondary? She's the only cook too. So cooking is going to become priority. We have enough wood to keep things going as well, and we have to consider the fact that we can't just have him always shooting stuff. We need production wise, we will need some more stuff, and getting ourselves a simple research bench is kind of super necessary. So much so that I think we will do our very first kind of expansion right here. And we will do it out of wood. Okay. Yep, excuse me. Cancel. And we'll have our doors coming from the outside here. And we may end up moving the table there. We might end up actually, you know what? We may end up demolishing this wall. I'll put that map also. And that'll make it a little better. That plus we can have some more storage here instead of just kind of the storage that I have right inside of everywhere. Kind of like this. It's like I have to, sometimes you want to actually show your type of spore. I like spore. Beauty, where is it? Visibility, learning app, visibility of zones. Oh, I guess it got chopped in half, funny enough. So we'll just kind of go like this and go boop. And we shall copy settings. And stockpile zone all up in here will be our pace settings right there. With an understanding that we don't have to worry about animal corpses anymore. Okay. New lovers. Zoo and Kelly have come together, are now lovers. Didn't take long, Zoo. I mean, they barely even had time to talk, man. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. They're ready to roll. They want. Oh no! Look at this. Look at look at the big boo boo I made here. Doop, derp, 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 derp. So yep. We want to go through here, so we'll put our door. Ooh, that's a pretty big. That's a pretty big screw up right there. We'll deconstruct, and then we'll go like that. Hopefully, 1 of 3s on top of that. If that'll make it his primary concern. Although it seems like they can get through there, they just prefer not to, I guess. And since we have ourselves one of those situations, we can consider it. It's kind of an oddball way to do things, but we can also furniture up. If you got new lovers, if they're loving, then give them a place to do said loving in, and that way they can get themselves some bonuses in that regard. They go buy it. It's just slowing them down to go buy it like that. But new lovers, and let's hopefully may they long last have the thing. 1 of 3. You are already in the friend zone. Enjoy. Okay, toggle visibility of that needs to go. Well, I like to usually get rid of that too. But learning helper when it is empty. Forbidding thing. Yeah, I got it. So this has to be done soon. We know we have the components. So I like not unforbid the components. And this eye is going bad out here. Well, it will eventually. But okay. So we got ourselves a good start to the colony. I'm feeling pretty good, I have to say, especially considering we're in boreal tundra and we need to have a little bit more heat. Like, I'm curious, like, needs slept in the cold. See, we don't really have any heat kind of going on in there. Like, heaters are going to become important as well to do. But heaters under temperature, you'll see, it kind of goes 65 and 1 steel component. They're pretty big. So what you kind of want to do in the meanwhile until that happens, plus you'll provide a little bit of the whole light thing. Although I have to check and see, is that considered slept in the cold? No, they consider it sleeping in the cold too. Okay, so we will definitely have to build a heater, and we'll kind of just have it spread between the 2 places via event. Alright, and then we'll work on other sort of things as we go along. And I can kind of just... Can I mark it as learned? Fantastic. Cover and shooting. Yep. Forbidding doors. Yep. Okay. And there we go. Everyone's waking up. The new day has begun. So I'd like to thank you all very, very much for watching this episode of RimWorld. Need defenses? Yep. I'm aware. how much food do we have? We still have a pack of survival meals that I think we can actually, and I need her to go back to being on this, on construction, slash plank cutting. And also, yeah, I don't know why that, like, can we build that? Is that possible? Yeah, build that. Great. Fantastic. Awesome. All right. Anyway, before I get myself started, the next thing, let's say thank you very much for watching this episode. We got lots of things to hunt now, don't we? And we need to make sure we get a research bench built, so we start building towards the research. And I'd like to thank you very much for checking out this episode to give me a tryout. Like I said, I recommend some other people who do RimWorld as well. I'm not the sort of guy that says, only watch me, thou shalt not have any more LPers before me. Now check out some other stuff. And I'd love to hear suggestions from you guys on what's going on. And knowing me, I'm either going to fail this one or we'll see what comes up in the future. But modding will also be tossed in eventually. So be sure to toss out those ideas as well. I was so excited about the mods, but hey, I'm more excited about building some... when's someone going to build my damn... I want to have my damn smoke leaf joint, okay? Anyway, winners don't use drugs. There's time and place for everything. It's called college. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, etc., etc., etc. Please like the video first in the series. Very important and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care now. Cheers.